Damn. I mean, I can't say I didn't see it coming. Yeah, this team right here took the L 1-0 to Arsenal today. Welcome back to the All Things Footy podcast, everybody, where I try to discuss everything that's going on in the world of footy. I haven't been on this channel in a while because I've had a lot of other things to do, but that's all in the past now, and I could continue to focus on the growth of this channel. But yeah, quite devastating loss today. It's the only game I want to talk about because I'm a Chelsea fan, and this is a game I woke up at 7 a.m. to watch, and goddamn do I want my 2 hours back, please. But let's just start off with the obvious. Chelsea were absolutely outplayed today, and fair play to Arsenal, man. I mean, I've said to my friends in the lead up to this match that Chelsea have historically, under recent times, haven't performed to what we've used to seeing from Chelsea against Arsenal, right? Arsenal, I wouldn't call them a bogey team to us because they were never a bogey team. They're always a top six side, most cases than other. But in recent years, we'd always struggle against Arsenal, and I was expecting more of the same today due to our current form after losing 4-1 against Brighton last weekend and barely scraping out a 2-1 win, I think, in Zagreb. Midweek, it was looking pretty rough. Arsenal, too, obviously the best team in the league, in the league table, right? You could say City's a better team, but Arsenal looking insane right now, and I knew we'd lose, but to lose the way we did was unacceptable, in my opinion. Now I'm going to talk about all the things I thought Chelsea did wrong today. Starting with the lineup, to be honest, the lineup that did not work against Brighton. I mean, what I saw was a 5-back on my phone when they dropped the lineups, but it was more of a 4-back. I believe we played Aspi at right back. We played Chalobah and Thiago Silva as the two center backs, and then we played Cucurella left back. Back line was decent. I mean, we dealt with Arsenal's attack sometimes. I think Aspi, I was expecting Martinelli to fucking have Aspi on toast, but he did pretty well. The yellow card he got shouldn't have been a yellow card. If you guys saw the replay, I'll play it for you now on social media if you guys want to check it out. But basically what happened was it was a 50-50 ball that Aspi won fair and fair out. Martinelli put his leg to try and win the ball. He collected Aspi, but because Aspi went for the ball and his foot was a stronger going into the challenge, Martinelli came off worse, and they gave Aspi the yellow card. It was kind of crazy. No VAR was used, which was crazy. And I'm thinking, what if that made Azpilicueta, which it probably did, have him play much more conservative than before? Because if VAR would have rescinded that yellow card, maybe things could have been better. But Martinelli was kept rather quiet, I think, today by Azpilicueta. Fair play to him, but I'll tell you what, Arsenal, my friend was saying how against the bigger club, they would lose this game because of all the chances they missed, and that's for sure. Jesus had that one header late in the middle of the first half, 24th minute, I think it was around. Great ball in by, I believe, Martinelli it was, and Jesus just missed the target. I think start of the season he's finishing that, but he's in a bit of a goal-scoring drought, and hopefully that changes for him because I want to see Arsenal have all their fucking firepower firing. So yeah, but then back to Chelsea. I hate to be this guy, but for me, in my opinion, let me know if I'm wrong about this, but Kai Havertz just hasn't cut it at Chelsea on a consistency matter. We've seen how good he can be when he's on his day, right? When he's on form, he's been class. I think against, was it Palace? I think early in the season he was pretty efficient, pretty good then. But we're playing him like a number 9 and a number 11, on the right wing at sometimes. And this is not his position. He's more of a cam. But we have so many midfielders at this club. It's crazy. I mean, we have, in my opinion, our best central midfielder, Kovacic, on the bench. That can't happen. I think he's one of our best all-around midfielders, along with, N'Golo Kante, who's injured. But we have Loftus-Cheek playing. We have Jorginho, Mount, Havertz, Gallagher, Kovacic, just to name a few. We have so much midfield talent that I don't know if all these midfielders are going to be able to stay at the club if we want to maximize the potential of what Graham Potter has. Mount as well did not cut it, but again, not playing in his right position, playing as more of a left winger, but because he's on the left-hand side, he's going to cut in every single time because he's not used to taking on defenders from a wide area. that's more of like a Pulisic or when we had him a Hudson-Odoi type role. So it's kind of unlucky for Mason Mount, to be honest. But yeah, and then Aubameyang, I think he touched the ball 6 times before coming off in the second half. I think it was 5 or 4 times going into halftime, and then I think he touched the ball twice and then got subbed off in the second half, which was quite sad to see, I'll be honest. But yeah, convincing win by Arsenal. They dominated us full in, full out. Like, I expected it. I won't lie, like I said before. I did not see Chelsea coming away with 3 points from this game. I thought maybe a draw. But again, the way we kind of played like Spurs in it, for example. Like when Spurs would be away against a big club, they would just be so negative and so defensive and play for the draw. What it would seem like, but we were the home team. We had the 12th man. We had that crowd to push us through. And every time we got the ball, hoof up the pitch to Aubameyang, hope he won a flick-on header and we recycled possession. And it just didn't happen. I mean, all the chances were coming in Arsenal's direction. And yeah, you got to say, I think the formation was wrong. I think the personnel was wrong. I think we have to, if we want to play wide players, we have to genuinely start our wingers and get their confidence rolling. Hudson-Odoi, for example, I think is a great player. Just needs consistency and time to develop. Haven't given it to him. Pulisic the same. Pulisic has shown many signs that he could be relied on and he could be a good player in the Prem, but again, doesn't get consistent chances. And yeah, our midfield was quite poor today. I think Arsenal dominated that as well, with Thomas Partey just locking up everything, Granit Xhaka being so involved in the play, Odegaard as well being so instrumental. He had a big chance that he missed as well, I forgot to talk about. But yeah, Arsenal completely dominated today. Again, I expected it, but I didn't expect Chelsea to play as bad. But yeah, tough day. But there is one more team I'd like to talk about, and it's the team I predicted to finish 5th in the my preseason or before the season predictions. And that was Newcastle United. I think they're getting Champions League football. I mean, they are, I think, the second highest scoring team behind Manchester City, who should have drew this weekend. That penalty should have been saved, and I don't think it was a penalty in the first place. But anyway, Miguel Almiron is a fucking goal-scoring machine at the moment. I think he has a goal in his last 4, and I think like 5 for the season, something like that. He's on super form. Bruno Guimaraes might be the signing of the summer. I think he's up there with Jesus, and I'm not gonna put. I think Haaland was the signing of the summer, right? But Manchester City did not need Erling Haaland. It just has so much. He just raises their play so much, but how much play did they need to get raised? You know what I mean? They were so good before him. But when you put into perspective the team behind the player and the impact he has, I think it's Jesus second, and then I think it's Bruno G first. That guy is amazing. He fits right in at Newcastle. And I believe Real Madrid came calling for him last year, but he stayed, and I think big clubs are going to continue to keep calling for him. But it's up to him. Does he want to stay at Newcastle? I mean, Newcastle is a project that's, becoming very, very real, right? I mean, they're top 4 right now, if not pushing for it. And I believe they will finish in the top 4. They got players firing on all cylinders. Callum Wilson looks like a top striker, who I believe should go to Qatar for England. Miguel Almiron is a different player. Saint-Maximin, when fit, is insane. Bruno Guimaraes. Kieran Trippier is amazing as well. Dan Burns, Sven Botman. Great Newcastle team, man. And I think they could really go far. And I hope they continue to do so. I mean, I'm very high on them. Convincing 4-1 win today against Southampton, who I believe sacked their manager right after the loss, which is quite sad. But they're on the verge of relegation. Something we say every year, but they never seem to go down. But maybe this is the year. But see what happens. But yeah, Newcastle, man, continue to keep balling. I hope that stays the same. Hope they can do it against the bigger teams in games to come. And yeah, maybe the World Cup will change things because, with all these, like Bruno Guimaraes is Brazilian, might get played, could get tired and injured. That could ruin their whole season. I mean, football's going to be quite different after the World Cup with all this fatigue and potential of injuries. We might see a shake-up to where we see like Newcastle United maybe finish 3rd, 4th in the league and get Champions League football. So we'll see, man. The Premier League is only getting more and more exciting and intense, as well as the other leagues, which I'll talk about more on Wednesday. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this episode. Leave a like and comment and subscribe, and also follow my social media channels, which will be in the description below. And yeah, hope you have a good night, everyone. Take care and peace.